There you go.
There we
We're
go.
live.
And we're live. Red, start singing.
Welcome. What?
No, please.
Why is Red
Jingle
singing?
jingle bell, jingle bell.
No.
Time and jingle bell time.
Okay, and
I
the stream
implore
is
you,
over,
for the
everyone.
love of
Thanks for
all that is
turning up.
holy and good, never again do that to me. You terrible people.
Or at the very least, give us warning and headphones. Hello, Art.
Thank you.
Can you grab me? Because this one's broken.
I'll kick
Remember, I
him
only
out.
get
You're
in one
still
ear.
not coming in right.
What's not coming in right? What?
I still
Arch.
can't hear Arch.
You can't hear Arch.
No.
I can't hear
Arch,
Arch
say
either.
things.
I can hear
Arch,
most of
say
you.
things. Arch, okay, now I can no longer hear Arch. I heard him for a moment there.
You can
Oh.
hear me.
I can
Oh,
now.
I
can
can
hear
hear
you
him
now.
now. Yeah.
What the fuck is
Someone's.
Only those who are blessed by the god of beards.
I'm not saying anything.
You
that's
mean
fine.
ops?
Yeah, that's probably why. It would help if you said something, Arch, when we're trying to find out if we can hear you. Pro tip.
That would
There's,
help,
there's,
yeah.
there's a loop going around. Someone's echoing it through twice.
Oh no.
Are you sure you've not just got
Uh-oh.
a YouTube page open?
It might actually be Skeeter. I seem to recall hearing a bit of echo on his end.
There we go.
Yeah.
No, I
I
always
think everything coming back at me was very confusing.
We should rename this the Technical Difficulties Edition.
I mean, we should rename every stream the Technical Difficulties Edition. It's pretty constant at this point.
IT Edition.
It's like a tradition.
Something like that. Welcome to the stream, one and all. We have guests, we have new people, we have way more drinks than we probably should at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
Only for you.
We need them.
Cheers.
All right. Welcome back, recurring guests.
I brought tea.
Practically one of the team at this point.
Yeah, we should probably just adopt him.
Yeah, him and Jake.
I mean, hey.
Yeah, I'm down with this. Welcome to the stream, Scarlett. First time turning up. Many happy
Awesome,
returns.
give
all
her
that sort
love.
of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's our latest member of the team. We're so
Somehow
sorry
convinced her to join. I don't know how.
Yeah, we're so sorry to
Pretty,
have
it was
dragged
pretty
you into
just
this.
that persuasive, you know?
PM me saying, we want you to join, and I said, if Ferret wants me to do it, this is probably a good decision.
Say
Ooh.
his last words. Hey, let's listen to the ferret.
And welcome.
On that note, I will never be listening to Ferret ever again.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm
you will.
kidding. I have been looking forward to this for a while now. Thank you guys for having me here.
Absolutely no problem. And welcome, of course, to Monochromatic.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Ferret has somehow managed to wrangle onto this stream as well. Sorry for talking over you constantly in advance.
It's
Because we
okay.
will do that.
I'm nothing. I'm very happy to be here, if a bit nervous, but it should be fun.
Yeah, here's hoping.
You'll enjoy
That's
Well, just take deep breaths. A whole 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people are watching this podcast right now.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Not Betty? Jeez, that's a new record. Or it would be the
God.
Russians.
Well, yeah, I was going to say the Russians.
We've got the CIA.
Oh, is
CIA
Oliver on this
watching.
podcast now?
I wish. He still refuses to talk to me.
No.
It's
No.
devastating.
Not after the interview.
You're kidding me, right?
I meant like
Uh.
with his voice.
Oh, no. That,
Yeah,
that
no.
sounds
We
like
still
Oliver,
chat in
yes.
text. He's just like, no, you can't hear what my voice sounds like because
I'm
it's
just
been
kind
so
of like-
long since I spoke English. I have no confidence, and I'm like, I could try and speak Russian. It'd be equally bad.
Let's be fair to poor Oliver here. At this point, I've made it onto the stream, and I legitimately hate my own voice. So
Welcome to the club.
you now have use me as leverage. Oliver, get on here.
Yeah. Oh dear, you're
Scarlet can bug you about Aporia in real time.
Jesus Christ.
I have yet to actually
Anyway.
play that, although I've heard that it's really good.
Yes, it is. I'm biased. I'm very biased because it kind of appeals to my specific sort of like niche interests in a lot of ways.
Oh.
Because Oliver is about the only person I can think of who combines light speculative fiction with references to symphony.
That's different.
That is an interesting concept.
And the scary thing here is I can guarantee that most of you probably have no idea why combining it with Symphogear is a bad idea. Usually.
No, I don't.
Oh, thank God, you know exactly why this. He also managed to put a Dog Days reference in the first chapter.
Those are always.
I don't know why. I really
Just 'cause
don't know
he could.
why. Because he could. Only Oliver could get away with this and still have it actually work.
Why would you not want a Dog Days reference in, though? That's the real question.
Horror story.
Still.
Oh, that was rhetorical. I'm sorry.
But yeah, if you're looking for good, like, human and Equestria stuff, if you haven't checked out the Good HIE group, I mean, they're all a bunch of slackers, but I hear they occasionally pick good stories. Aporia by Oliver is a good one.
Aporia's not objection. Aporia is not a human in Equestria story. Aporia is metafictionally aware characters in Equestria.
I know. That just makes it fun.
I was about to say it's closer in genre to not the hero than anything else. Like if I had to pick any other story on Finfic people would recognize, it's kind of like that. It's not at all like that, but that's the same kind of thing where it's a story in its own right, but it's also a story about stories.
Yeah, it's one of those, even if it doesn't appeal to you, it's still worth taking a look because it's just so insane. And like he kind of thinks at like 45-degree angles to reality sometimes. So it's really one of those, like, even if you don't think you like it, I'd
Like the other thing
you
is
cut out there,
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Rip.
Oliver, he's mentioned to me he's aphantasic, like he can't picture things in his head. So some of the way I think he thinks about fiction is influenced by that.
Aphantasia. That's
It's not.
Oh, I've heard about that. Yeah.
It's not super talked about, like all on its own, but it is pretty common, especially if you're on the spectrum.
I've never heard of this before, but I've just checked it. It's a suggested name for a condition where one does not possess a functioning mind's eye. That seems like a real drawback in a writer. I mean,
except it's
you'd think, but
you'd think,
it's really adapted to it.
Yeah.
We learn something new every day.
Every day.
Oh, dear. But yeah, we should probably talk about our guest for a little bit. Let's unleash the ferret.
This is a bad idea. I apologize.
I'm eager for this.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Come on then, ferrets.
Oh my god, where do I even start?
Oh my
Pull
god.
up your page at least. Because otherwise I'll spend the whole time going, oh my god, Enchanted Library is the best.
Let's
Oh my god.
Enchanted Library is
Which
pretty
totally
good.
is.
Let's start with who the hell are you? For the people who may not know all three of them.
Introduce yourself.
Yeah.
I'm oh my god, I'm nervous. Sorry. Okay.
It's okay.
Well,
I'm nervous.
I'm monochromatic, also known as FimFiction's Raritoi writer.
This is a great.
The Empress of it.
The name says.
I'm Mexican, but
Have like no accent.
and I
I'm already jealous.
Oh, well, in my defense, my mom is American, and when we lived here, she decided that I would have a perfect accent or death. So no, you think I'm kidding, but like from when I was like, I don't know, 3 years old to 8 years old, she would ignore me if I spoke to her in Spanish. So
wow. Nice.
That's a little bit rough, but
it is, but it worked.
Yeah,
I was gonna say it worked out.
Fair enough. Okay, monochromatic's mom. I
monochromatic. This is canon.
I don't know how to respond to this, really.
Yeah, it's an unusual tactic, but yeah.
Well, it works, and the only problem is that now I just speak in constant Spanglish. So I just, I start my sentence in Spanish and then in English and then in Spanish again.
Oh dear.
But I'm working on it.
Yeah, coming from a family that
I actually knew a Vietnamese person who does the exact same thing.
Yeah,
start off in English, go into
holidays
Vietnamese, and then back to English.
Yeah,
off would absolutely destroy any semblance of coherency, and you couldn't.
Like my family, for a good few years, we've had a sort of very traditional sort of thing where everyone's just had cheap flights to Europe, and we've all gone on a big holiday together with aunts and uncles and that sort of thing. So I occasionally slip into random languages. Like if someone sneezes, I'll, Gesundheit sowieso, but I'll thank people by saying Dankeschön. I'll say uno momento por favor. And people just kind of look at me weird and they wonder why I do this. And I'm just like, upbringing, I guess.
No, it's like I stayed for a semester in France, and sometimes I go to another country and it would be like I'd bump into someone and be like, "Oh, lo siento. Wait, no, pardon. Wait, no, I'm sorry."
Oh my God, which language do I use?
No,
Give me a minute, I'll get it right.
Even my notes. I remember this one time a friend asked for my notes while I was studying abroad. And then she said, I can't understand them. And I was thinking, what do you mean you can't understand them? So I took them and it literally was like English, French, and Spanish in the same sentence. And I was like, oh my God, I can't understand it.
Nice. So what you're saying is your editors on film fiction, they don't know what they're in for.
Well, sometimes
I don't know,
like
everything I've edited by her has been in English, so
far.
yeah.
no, but then
And
What
she's
happened?
a better grasp of English than Aragon.
Whoa.
Are we going to have like a Spain versus Latin America throwdown? Is that what's
Oh
going
my
on?
God, I'd love it, except he'd never
Also known as the last 100 years.
Yeah, true. Only 100 years? Oof.
Yeah, but it's going
I
down.
think it's been a little bit more than that.
I have a
but-
question for Mono.
I have no questions for Mono.
okay.
Go on, Red.
Well, I'm your husband, so I get one.
Okay.
Yep. Red and I
What?
got married
Again.
multiple times.
What exactly started you down the path of Raritwai as opposed to any other ship?
Okay. Well, originally when I started, like I joined the fandom in 2012, but I wasn't very active. But I really liked Rarajack.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah, that was a popular one too.
And I think like I would probably be the me of Rarajack if it wasn't for either. Like I remember when the Crystal Kingdom episode came out, and that song at the end, I was like, oh, they're cute. I like them. She serenaded
I
her.
could ship this.
And then the thing is, so I started looking out pictures of there's a very good artist which actually does the artwork for Enchanted Library, who's Arctic Waters. And again, it was like, oh, it's cute. I like it. And then there's this one, and then I started reading fan fiction. And the second you read fan fiction, you're done for.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
No escape.
And there's a lot of good fics I like, which is there's one by Chernobog, which is called oh my God, I forgot, but it was about these little dolls. It was very cute. And then
Felt Heart.
Felt Hard,
Felt
exactly.
Hard. That was an amazing fic.
Felt
It
Heart
was
is a beautiful
very
series.
good. Then there's another one called A Certain Kind of Chic. But I think the one that did me in is A Shadow of a Doubt by Arden's Facts.
Hmm.
No, it's very unpopular, but it's sort of like known as the Raritwai fic
Cool.
because it's really good. And it made me go from, oh, this is a ship that's cute to what I am now.
Wow.
Your whole
I will fight you over this
identity.
Well, I don't know if my whole identity. Well, yes, but shut up. But no, and the thing is, the way this fic handles the dynamic is like it's very fascinating. I think more than anything would appeal to me is like the dynamic between the two characters, be it romantic or friends or even enemies. I think there's a lot to work from there.
What was the name of this?
It's called The Shadow of a Doubt by Arden's Facts. ARDENS Facts.
Yeah, because there's quite a few Shadow of a
I've
Doubt
seen
things.
this.
Yeah, but if you
It's
search
so
The Shadow of a Doubt, it's the
Yeah.
first one that pops up
Yeah.
because I just searched it.
Yeah.
The second comment is
now I have
Skeeter the Lurker.
that.
You have read this, Skeets.
So it is.
Peter,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
lurking everywhere.
I read this too. The chapters are both read. I didn't remember it.
Yeah, I've read this as well. Jesus fuck.
We're
I
such
haven't.
plebs, we can't even remember our own fics. And
Apparently, we're all Raritwai now.
Yeah,
well,
my
I
brain is
can
working.
see the appeal.
Oh, thank God, I haven't read it.
All hail
Same.
the Empress.
Yeah,
I
apparently
mean,
so.
to be fair, actually, I have a question here, and this is relevant because prior to Mono coming on the stream, I did not know that I was even going to be able to make it here tonight, so I didn't have time to read any of our guest stories.
That's okay.
I'm unfamiliar with your work, Mono.
That's okay.
Teach me your favorite story that you've written and why I should read it.
Oh,
Ooh.
Nice.
good one.
I can do it.
Actually,
God.
maybe you should all do it. Like, literally all of you who've read one of Mono's fics, pitch it to me, your favorite.
Hands
Hold
down,
on, I got
Enchanted
one, I
Library.
Oh,
No
Enchanted
question
Library,
whatsoever.
we've got one.
I second
Why?
Enchanted Library.
Enchanted Library goes without saying. That's just a must-read.
So
Period.
the Enchanted Library, the plot is it's an alternate universe where Twilight has ascended, but basically the main six never happened. So they're still around and doing their thing, but they just never got together. Ponyville exists, but like Pinky lives in Hollow Shades, and Applejack lives here, and Dash lives in like there, and it's centered around Rarity. And there's a legend that there were once 3 princesses, but they've all been sealed away, and it's this like it's a fable, it's a fairy tale at this point.
Okay, you may have just sold me already.
Well, I guess like basically what happened is like the origin story of Enchanted Library is that one time I was with one of my best friends. It was a Mexican Independence Day.
Cool.
And we were celebrating, and as you do in holidays, you get drunk. So we were sitting there, and she's a very talented artist, and she just starts drawing Rarity and Twilight and says, okay, so Twilight is a ghost and Rarity saves her. And I was like, what? And she started, rambling on about this plot which is actually very much different from what it is now. But the entire time I was sitting there going, oh my God, my mind has been blown. And then, I even have the original recording, and it's just these drunken rambles. And then the next day, like half of it didn't even make sense.
But you're still like, I must write this.
No, but it was like I needed to write it. Like I needed to do something with it, and I didn't. Like it was just like I don't care if it's just like a little story. I need to write this and get it out of my system.
You originally wrote like a 4,000-word one-shot of it.
Yeah, and the thing is like because I wrote like this one shot that takes place inside of the universe. Like the universe is already established.
Oh wait, Mono, I've lied. I've lied to you.
You
I have read some
really?
of your fics.
You
I
bastard.
just realized I read. Ouch.
Cruel.
Right here. Right
In the
here.
fields.
I'm sorry.
I was going to say my beating heart, but yes, there too. I have actually read The Masquerade and the fics previous to it. I don't know why I did not
Masquerade's
connect them
good.
with your name.
Masquerade is
I'm
fun.
sorry. I'm
Yes.
stupid.
No,
You
it's
may
okay.
hate me.
No, I don't. Don't worry about it. No, but the thing is, like, the Masquerade is part of a Bodyguard AU that was actually created by Earththong, who's a very, she's kind of like one of the rare toy artists, let's say.
Yes.
Oh yes.
And
That's
She
so,
wrote those beautiful, realistic poems. Like, so
Yeah,
it's Pinkie
she's a
Pie, but she's like this little
super
chubby
talented.
Shetland.
Mm.
She is
With
fantastic.
feathers.
Arch was giving a nod that only a Derpy Buru admin can give. Like, yes, I'm familiar.
and no, I mean, she has really great, like, if you think I have too many rare toy AUs, then, like, she's on a whole other level.
Oh God, yeah.
It's like every time she updates her Tumblr, I made another AU. How many
And
of them? Many tags.
no, she's great. And the thing is, like, originally when I started writing for the fandom, I just wrote one fic, which is called Enduring Eternity. And I thought, okay, I'm going to write this one and I'm done. And then I found her and her stupid AU, and it just did me in. So here I am.
Oh, good old
We're
Bodyguard.
all
I
very
think you made a
thankful
good
for that.
decision sticking with us because I remember really liking all of the fics that I read. So
Yes.
thank you.
Also,
you made my
implying
life
that you can get off Mr. Pone's wild ride. So,
No, but like answering your question, I think even though I love Enchanted Library and it's the fic I've most worked on, My personal favorite is one called Colors of the Soul.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yes.
So that's going right at the top now.
I like how
Yeah.
Skeeter's purpose in this live stream is just to be the hype guy going, ooh, read that one. Read that one.
There you go.
I guess to me it's like, what do you feel like? Because Colors of the Soul is this beautiful, like, gripping romance story. Like, it really does feel like, you know, a tragical romance. And if you want something lighter, Once in a Purple Moon is really, really cute and funny.
Yeah, that one's great.
It's like just very fluffy, but it's really
Oh my
hilarious.
god, I've read this.
How could you not? Which one?
This is a
which
good
one?
one. I'm an
Yes, it
idiot.
is.
Wait,
Why
which
have
one?
you not blogged about her?
Why have I not blogged about her? Better question. Why have I not blogged about anyone cool recently? There's a running theme on my blog, and apparently it's that I write a lot about things I don't like very much. Probably a mistake.
Probably.
It's also known as being Scottish, being very vocal about something that you don't approve of. Or just British in general, really.
Yeah.
That might be
Yeah, I'd say
my
we're
significant
Scottish.
other
British
rubbing
is
off
more
on
like
me.
you just use stuff.
Yeah,
He's
true
the
enough.
British one. I am unfortunately very Virginian.
Yeah.
We forgive you. Oh God, there's chocolate milk too.
Ooh.
Chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk
Oh,
is
yeah.
the Raridash one.
Oh, you're
Which
talking
is
about
so
a fit.
cute.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, that's right.
that was my
Dude,
attempt
Claire,
at
that
being
sounds
like.
delicious.
It was like, yeah, I can totally do something else that isn't Raritwise. Shut up.
I can totally write a different ship, as long as I
But
only
no,
change one character.
Although I mean, I do very much love Raridash. I think if I had an OTP Trinity, it would be Raridash and then Raralestia, which
can
is
see
like
it.
my crack ship of crack ships.
I'm noticing.
You still need to do that one.
Yeah, me
thing you told
too.
me about for that.
Very purple theme.
Yeah.
My number
Well, the
one
thing is,
ship is every ship.
Mm.
Like
All
basically,
ships are God's
I will
children.
ship Rarity with everything. Like
Excellent.
herself. Like I'll write Rarity Tom and make it work. I'll do
Hey.
it.
I believe
I'll
that
hold
this
you
is
to that.
actually a brilliant endeavor, and not specifically Rarity Tom, but Rarity X Everything
Yeah.
is always a great ship.
mean,
Yeah.
It's pretty much
I am
canonical at this
100%
point.
behind that.
Yeah.
So this is the purpose of the podcast now. We're going to stop here and we're going to help Monochromatic write Rarity X Tom.
Yeah, you've gained 6
I
editors
will
at this
happily
point.
do
so.
that. Happily
You may
help
have
in that
picked a
endeavor.
bad crew member here because remember my other specialty is terrible anime blogging or good anime blogging. This means that there's a 90% chance that Tom will end up with silver hair somehow.
Nice.
And an eye
I
patch.
dig it. I'll dig it.
Yeah, I'm down with
I totally wanted like an eye patch and like a scabbard with a little sword.
it. Yeah.
I don't know why we've gotten here, but now we have
Because
invented
he's a boulder,
white
he's got to have like chiseled good looks sort of thing.
Yes. Maybe a
I see what you
and
did
his
there.
evil twin shows up and he's ready to go
Hey.
tea.
Oh, this is getting great. I like
Yeah.
this.
Are you
Yeah.
gonna write it, Scarlet?
No.
This will be what? The fifth
No, I'm
story
not.
that sprung from a Seattle Angel stream?
I'm
I'm
not
so
writing
sad. I'm so sad that we still haven't gotten Celestia Suplex as a train. I was so looking
No.
forward to that story. Oh,
We're
rip in
going
peace,
to, and then
Alex.
Alex abandoned us.
Alex actually has a life now. Ugh.
He went off and got
No, he doesn't.
married.
He's
He's a
married.
real adult now, living in Japan.
Arch, I'm still putting a compilation of all these married jokes. I'm gonna put it together and just send it to your wife.
And she will laugh and laugh.
All the married jokes, all the Sweden jokes. I'm tempted to do one about all the Pretoria jokes, but I'm just gonna keep those on hold.
Maybe we should just compile everything Arch says into one place without
Yeah,
context.
pretty much.
Oh, he's
Unfiltered
Just
Arch.
one master G dot for it.
Oh, man, there's the interview too.
The Codex of Arch.
The
Oh,
interview
no.
is hysterical.
And
Wait,
then you
what's-
begin
what's
like
Codex of Arch?
referencing specific
Okay, so-
lines with the Codex of Arch. And I think we've just created an Arch-centric religion.
The interview
Yes.
is basically summed up by literally the cover art, which is Twilight's interviewing Rarity, and she goes, "What are your stories?"
Oh, we're
And
talking
Rarity
about a
goes,
story again.
Yes.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
Twilight goes, what are your strengths? And Rarity goes, I fall in love easily. And then Twilight goes, what are your weaknesses? And Rarity goes, those violet eyes of yours.
Oh, no.
This is already the best story ever written.
Yeah, it's literally Twilight is ignoring her friends for like princessy stuff. And so Rarity's like, nope, this is not going to stand. We're fixing this shit now.
Like, basically, she's like, well, if I have to take an interview for her to talk to me, I will.
Yep. So she like makes up a persona. She changes her hair and like changes her makeup a little. It's hilarious.
I like how we just keep on forgetting that we've got a guest, Neil. You're talking about chocolate milk and what? Chocolate? Story chocolate. Right. Okay. That makes sense.
Hang on.
The problem with
Chocolate
really
milk
good
is
story
good, like
names
a
is they're
drink.
they're often like
dear.
really punchy sort of, especially short stories. Is that they're usually just things.
Yeah.
The interview, chocolate
The
milk,
carousel.
masquerade,
Yeah.
and it's
Sleeping
all
arrangements.
there we go. And the problem is, without context, if you have no idea that someone's brought up a new story, the first thing you think, what now?
Are they talking about this?
Well, why? Who's stealing books? Sorry, what's going on?
I know. I just,
Really
I'm
good.
very bad with titles. I just like, what's the topic? Books. Okay, books. There we go.
I like how
See,
you
but
have
I think it's
exactly
actually
one-
kind of like a type of genius because
you have
it
you have
keeps it
exactly one
very.
story title that isn't in English.
Oh yes, I know. Yeah.
Oh my
But
god.
actually, that was an interesting story because a friend told me, okay, I dare you to write a story between two characters that can't not understand each other.
Oh, that one's really good too.
So the entire story, literally, Rarity cannot speak English and Twilight cannot speak French, but they still manage to be cute.
Still managed to connect and be like, oh my god, I'm super
That was-
crushing.
That was an amazing one.
No,
Then,
I was just looking at the
then it's like
unexpected
fussy
date.
through like all of it, and then the last chapter hits, and it's like, well, that was an abrupt change.
Well, I mean, if you've read most of my long fics, you know that everything will be fine, and then the last two chapters are just pain.
Yep.
I like how
That
the
is
last
very
chapter
true.
is as long as the rest of the
Very
other
true.
story combined. Oh dear.
Another one that's pretty
Christ.
good is The Princess's Gift.
Yeah.
I love that one because of how Rarity enters and says that she didn't forget about Twilight's birthday party.
Aww.
One of my other favorites has to be the unexpected date, just because like the results of it just crack me up. Like I will routinely go back and reread it just when I'm like, I need to laugh at something. Mono it is. The
Aww.
unexpected date it is. Perfect.
Aww.
It's Twilight gets stood up, and then Rarity gets all her friends to show up and claim that they're her date. And it's
Nice.
so funny. Like it's literally like Twilight sitting there, and then Rarity shows up, talks to her, and then AJ's like, "Thanks for hanging out with my date, Rarity. I'm here now." And then Dash is like, "What are you talking about? I was just preparing for my date to be more awesome. Y'all can bugger off now." Fluttershy's
Oh
like,
no.
Actually, I'm here for the date too. It's
Oh my
so
God.
cute. I love it. It's just
Oh, dearie
hilariously
me.
funny.
It's just like I think there's so many dynamics that can be explored, and I remember I got a comment once saying, but why just always them two? And I'm thinking, well, they're characters. They're they have life. They have lots of experiences. It can be so much fun and so much to explore.
Yes. Yes.
So- And like basically, what I try is that yes, okay, I write Raritwine a lot, but I try for each fic to be different at least, so it's not the same repetitive theme.
They feel
And you
distinct.
succeed at it.
There's a lot of AUs and that sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Skeets.
No, I was just saying that when she said that she tries to ferry it up, she does do a really good job in actually doing so.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, I
Skeets
think
are the
that's
hype man.
why your stories appeal, is because, yes, you're writing about the same two characters, but you put them in different situations, or you examine things from a different angle, or you put them in different scenes. Like, it never feels formulaic. It's never like, oh my god, it's another Raritwine, and here are the scenes X, Y, Z, and everything happens the same. Like, they're always different and interesting.
It's almost as if
I was about to say, I think you've got a very good knack just for not only the two characters at this point, but for how they'll behave no matter what kind of context you put them in.
Yeah.
Because
Very
you can
much
write
so.
them in very different AUs, and it's still recognizably, oh wait, I'm still reading Rarity and Twilight, which is sort of like the key to a good shipfic,
Yeah.
is
It's
you
a
have to
difficult
start by
AU.
writing the two characters and then building the chemistry between them.
Scarlett, that needs to be your
actually-
next blog. Good AU fix.
And Enchanted Library, I think, would be the best example of that because it is very much so a slow burn romance.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, it's
And-
what, like, how many
And I-
chapters are we into? And they finally, like, admitted they like each other?
Is
No,
this
the thing is,
Apple
like-
Dashery 2.0 or 3.0 at this point?
No, but the thing that shocked me is like the beginning. A lot of people were very much against the romance. Like I'd get
Yeah.
comments saying, "Oh, please!" Like there was one comment I'll never
Please
forget. It
don't
said,
ship them.
"Please don't."
Please.
It was, "Please don't ship it. And please don't ruin this good AU with romance." And especially
no.
that with Raritwai. So I was like, "I'm
But
just gonna do it just to spite you." I
But
mean, among-
it's tagged as a romance. Why would
That's
Screw
the point
you,
where you
commenter.
just kind of
I'm
like
the-
reach through the computer and you go like, my son and your daughter. I'm not sure how to say this, but
You're being very.
your parents should have smacked you. And now I'm going to do it for
oh
you.
my god, no! But it was,
Yeah.
and like I
have a
think
very
one of my
specific set of skills?
I think, my biggest moment of satisfaction was there was this one, like somebody was very polite but vocal about, I don't want this to be romance. And then when the first romance chapter came in, they were the most excited about it. And they even they said, I know what this means, but good job. And I was like, yes, thank you.
Excellent. Another convert to the church.
You can just imagine
are we
the commenter just
Can I
sitting there
join?
looking at it and going, son of a bitch, this was
Yeah.
good. It's like, God damn it, why did she do it so good?
And
Damn
then
it, I'm not
something-
supposed to like this ship.
and I've noticed that a lot of people, they're weirded out by the fact that Rarity is the main character of an adventure fic, and I'm like, but I'm sure there's other
Seriously,
adventure.
guys?
Yeah,
Rarity
it's
has
like,
shown that she's willing to, like, go through mud
I
when
don't
it
think
counts.
there's
Like,
a
she's pretty
need for an
tough.
adventure
I just wanted
setting.
I was about to say, like, if anyone should be the protagonist of an adventure fic, I'd argue Rarity
Yeah.
is one of the best suited
She's
out of
not
the
in the
entire central
lane that
cast.
you would want her to be in. That's the thing.
Like
Honestly,
I think
could
it's
see
worth pointing
any
out.
of them as the center of an adventure fic.
Yeah,
Any of
that's
them
true,
could be, but
it's-
if I had to pick just one, it would be down to either Rarity or my other pick would probably be Twilight, and
Yeah.
it's really hard for me to choose between them because Fluttershy, a lot of her best conflicts are internal conflicts.
Yeah.
So you could do like it's a very dangerous thing going out your door, sort of Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
atypical adventurer sent
dangerous things. Yes.
on dangerous adventure.
Mhm.
So you've got that. Applejack is very much tied to
Her family.
her family and her farm. Pinky is just... Pinky's actually another good one because she's friends with so many people and wants to be friends with so many people, and she's willing to go to great, ludicrous lengths to be friends with people. Such a literal, almost comedy trope combined with a character, it's harder to write her into a straight adventure story. And Rainbow Dash, she would probably be a third. And I might have a bias just because she seems like she's the easiest. But I think she's actually a lot harder than a lot of people give her credit for because find goals that are key to a very defined thing and place.
Yeah.
That you don't
Makes sense, actually.
Rarity, on the other hand, is just her goals are so broad and so sort of like flexible that you can send her anywhere and say she's had conversations with almost anyone. She works very well in especially an urban adventure setting. Rarity works better than just about anyone else.
That makes a lot of sense, really, considering her nature.
Especially when she's in black and white.
Yes.
Let it be said that Rarity Investigates! Was probably the high point of the season for me.
It was so
That
great.
was
It was
good.
really great.
It's true. We do have a question in the thread. It's from Colin Gardez. He says,
Oh, wow.
Holy
"Oh
crap!
no, Tell us
skipped a
about
big
your
time.
cute avatars.
Oh yes,
Oh, yes.
he loves my avatars.
Yes, tell
They're
us
pretty
about
fucking amazing.
Okay, so
little cardboard
basically,
wingies.
Mm.
most of my new avatars have been made by this really amazing artist called Maxi Mass Mac. And I'll write it in right now, but
Mhm.
she's super cute, and the thing is, like, she loves Raritwai, which is usually how you get to know me. Like, I basically know every single Raritwai person in this fandom, so it's great. And she's very fond of my pony Sona, and she draws her like I remember this one time I was like, she drew just Rarity and Twilight, and in the bushes you can see my pony Sona going kiss, and I was like, oh my god. Oh yeah, she's super fun, and yes, Colding Gardes loves every single one of the avatars she puts out. So
They are pretty great.
Yeah.
She is a really good artist, though.
Oh,
she's
yeah.
very good.
Oh yeah, she's brilliant.
I'm so jelly.
Keep arting.
Yes.
More mechs. Draw more mechs. That's what we need to do.
Nice. No more mechs. More art.
Always art of mechs. That's what we will do.
Art of I can support this already. This has become my stream.
Oh my god! I don't think anyone's shown you Arch's latest drawing, which is of Derpy in a mech. So,
What?
yes.
Oh God, yes.
Arch, thank you. I didn't
I'm
know
gonna-
I needed this in my life, but
I'm fine
even
with
before seeing it, we've already hit a point of the
I know.
universe has had its joy measurably increased.
it.
We do mechs often. Ask Plum about
Let
it.
me see if I can do
I'm
some.
trying to find a link to
Yeah.
it.
Sorry,
Oh,
I've got a link to it.
I've got it.
No, I've got
Actual silly aside, I've always wondered
it. Okay.
how on earth you would write a pony fic that actually incorporates mechs without going complete AU.
Make them out of wood.
A friend of mine did one.
Well, they could be like magic. I mean,
Yeah, you'd
because
have
there's
to
a lot
do,
of things that are powered
Yeah.
by magic, so I mean,
Yeah.
it could work.
The
You
Cutie
can get
Well,
away
this
with
is
so
amazing.
much
Cutie
with
Mark
magic.
Crusaders make one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
I
always like figured.
That I could
Well,
actually.
Or they borrow it from
Was,
Pinkie Pie, who clearly just has one sitting around in her garage.
Dude, I remember a story with a mech in it. It was the story with the
Oh.
gnomes. There was a story which had like gnomes or something who woke up from a deep sleep and
Yes, it was one I recommended.
yes, I remember this story and it had a mech in it and it actually worked.
Mhm.
I can't remember the title of it though. Ferret, find this.
I was about to say that would be the thing, though, is if the mech or the mech's creator was in a very deep magical stasis forever.
It was a magical gnome.
Suddenly, you have a
group of
great
Yeah.
excuse.
They were magical gnome people and they had a magical mech and they got into a war with Twilight.
Hang on.
Because
I'm
they
following
wanted
this
to bake
person.
cookies in her library,
Yes.
and she wouldn't
Yes,
let
because
them.
it used to be their bakery. Yeah. That was it.
Wait,
God.
oh my god.
What's up?
It was all a Keebler Elves joke.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
I'm not sure if this is perfect or terrible.
Let's just go with yes, it is.
It's
The
perfect
answer
because
to
the
that
fic is
question
amazing.
yes.
I'm finding this fic.
If you can link it to me, I gotta see this as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Today's recommended fics, mono featuring
Yeah.
Keebler Elf.
I'll look at the list in the forums because I'm pretty positive if I see the title, I'll remember it.
War in the Pocket by King of Beggars.
Thank you.
King of
There we
Beggars.
go.
I
Post the link to
recognize
that.
that.
Oh, I know him. He wrote that that one AU that I've completely forgotten the name of now.
This entire podcast is just
God damn it.
Scarlett remembering things that she read long ago. An ancient race of warriors.
I read that.
Yeah.
I thought I read that. Oh, cool, I did.
I understand this reference. But yes,
do you
that's an
mean
absolutely
the
fantastic story.
Twilight Sparkle of the Royal Guard?
Yes, that's the
Yeah.
one.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that one. I think I
I
still have
read
that on
like
my
the
Wii
first 2 of them, but
Alright, cool.
it didn't really grab me, so I didn't keep reading it.
With Cadence.
Yeah, it's a Twi Cadence ship, which I have no issue with. It just, I don't know, it didn't do anything for me.
There we go.
I don't know why, but I really like Twi Cadence for no real reason.
I think it works a lot. I mean, the only problem is, of course, shining armor. But if we pretend in
Hey.
AU,
And the whole "I used to be your babysitter."
Yeah, that's a bit
That's-
creepy.
It's a little
That's like
weird, but
Bronx
on the other
Story
hand, you
level
do have to remember that I'm
creepy.
used to a lot weirder.
Yeah.
I'm
I just
Really,
feel like
yeah.
you have to get past that first. Like, if you want to ship them, that's fine, but you sort of have to deal with that elephant in the room first. Like, how are you getting around? Like, I used to change your diapers, and there's
No,
that
but
sort
see-
of like familial aversion.
that's what
develops.
That's what AUs are for. AUs
Yeah,
are
true
the
enough.
best.
That's
Or just
that's-
give it
yeah,
the
can
same
you
time.
These are the best.
Dos Mujeres
my
un
actual
Palomino, which was the whole. It basically turns into a Spanish novella.
This is interesting.
It's fucking hilarious. It's literally Scootaloo. So when Scootaloo is summoned to her family's lands in I don't know how you'd say this. Mexico.
Mexico, of course.
Mexico.
She and
Wow.
the other
Of
Crusaders will
course.
be needing some adult supervision. Also, Spike tags along. When a foolish mistake places all of their lives in danger, can Spike keep it together long enough to keep every pony from killing each other? Rated team with a sex tag for drama and Stevie novella plotlines.
Oh god,
Yeah, that sounds.
that sounds very
God.
novella.
So
I would
funny.
like to
Sounds
demand a cameo
amazing.
appearance from Elsie. No good
Oh my
reason.
god, yeah.
I just think more things have to have Elsie in them.
And especially because Mexican telenovelas are just like, drama.
Soap operas on steroids is the understanding. of it.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's like there's this joke. Basically, it's somebody comes in and they're like, "But I always loved you, but you can't because I'm married to your father," and it's like, "Oh my god!"
And it just keeps going and going.
It's super
And then
dramatic.
Calculon walks in and goes,
No. Yes, exactly.
Someone has
Why
a
don't
heart
I read more
attack.
Spanish
Yeah.
telenovelas?
Yeah.
I
Because
remember
they don't
a,
often cross over with Pony.
I remember
remember-
a Chinese soap opera
This is
I
no
watched once
excuse.
where the family was literally sitting in the living room. I never saw it again. I just saw the one episode, but they were all sitting in the living room, and then a bunch of ninjas broke in through the window. And one of
I
the
know
main
that I
characters,
watch more Chinese soap operas.
Yeah, really, eh?
like
Crunchyroll has Japanese soaps. Does that count?
one of the main characters stood up and like killed them all, and then the grandma walked in and was like, "Hey, what are you guys doing? Dinner's ready." And then they all laughed like, "Oh, that's grandma." And then they all went to eat dinner, and they left the dead ninjas all in the living room.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Are you sure
Yeah,
that was a
kinda
soap
humor.
opera? Because that sounds like a brilliant comedy, and I
It
love it.
sounds a bit like Jackie Chan's Chinese films, not his American
Yeah.
ones.
They were playing
Is
like,
it-
pretty much
You
completely
mean like
straight.
his superior ones?
Korean.
Shots fired.
Mhm.
Wasn't he South Korean?
No, he made films in Hong Kong.
No.
Did
I
he?
was about to say.
Yeah.
Oh, he did,
Jackie
yes.
Chan is 100% Chinese.
Yeah,
Who was that
and
And
He's
most of
not
his films
then.
are out of the Hong Kong cinema.
yeah.
never
like-
mind.
Are
Ignore
mostly
me. I'm
inspired
always
by
wrong.
its aesthetic.
He made some films in America, but they were heavily stymied by American producers and directors and all that sort of thing. So they ended up kind of being meh. But in the Hong Kong films are the most glorious Jackie Chan things ever.
Yeah.
They are.
I kind of want to see him now.
Like,
I cannot
Basically,
recommend them enough.
They basically like predate stuff like Kung Fu Hustle.
Mm.
Like Kung Fu Hustle
Oh,
is an
wow.
homage to like Jackie Chan and Jet Li.
It's just
Same as Shaolin
It's-
Soccer.
beautiful.
it's
all-
very, very great. Yeah.
Yeah.
moving, emotional.
Actually, let me put it this way. Apparently, like, the reason he's cited for why his Hong Kong films work better is
Mhm.
he does about 60 billion takes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
roughly.
Really?
And
Yeah, he's an extreme
American
perfectionist.
production crews didn't want to put up with that.
Yeah. He's
But
really
he's going to
dedicated.
do
Like
this
it
until
has
we
to be
get it
right.
right, Stanley Kubrick style.
Yeah.
Oh
Not
my
just get it
God.
right, get it perfect.
There's something
That's
to
the
be said
idea.
for that level of dedication.
It's true. It's true. Stanley Kubrick is a bit of a madman, but it does not produce fucking amazing films.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Stanley
Jesus
Kubrick's
Christ.
films are so great. Stanley Kubrick, the human being, sounds like someone I would never work with.
I was gonna say,
I'd
so many of
probably
like the
murder him
great
in sleep.
directors are like, you're a horrible person, but
It's
you
like
brought out
every-
amazing films. You know,
It's
like
kind of
the
like this
director
thing-
from The Shining.
Yeah,
He
Oh my
gave
God.
that
Stanley-
poor woman
That is
like
Stanley
a
Kubrick,
nervous breakdown.
that is Stanley
Like, he
Kubrick. Yeah,
abused the shit
Stanley
out of
Kubrick.
her.
yeah.
But the
That's
movie's amazing as a result.
that's Stanley Kubrick, 100%. And it's like I saw a documentary recently, and it was about Walt Disney of all people.
Yeah.
And on the one hand, Walt Disney is this amazing person. You know, first of all, he started animation. Really, like
Yeah.
animation as it is today would not exist,
Does not exist without Disney.
Yeah.
No,
Yep,
but he
yeah.
was really
Like-
tough to work with.
Yeah.
He was very
Yeah,
demanding.
that's the thing. Like, the thing with Walt Disney, like the first feature film that came out, Snow White, he set ridiculous deadlines, and some of the women, there were the women who they colored it in basically.
Yeah.
You had the men draw it, and you had the ladies ink it, and some of these women were declared legally blind because they were working 12-hour shifts day after day after day for a year. And one of the blokes who came in, and he had the easier job of being one of the lower paid things. He turned up at 7 o'clock in the morning and went home at 10 o'clock in the evening every day for weeks.
Yeah.
And these ladies who inked things were legally blind by the end of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And yet, Walt Disney is also an amazing person for other reasons. Basically invented modern animation and did all kinds of amazing things and helped all kinds of people.
It's kind of
And
cool,
so
I
it's-
think,
it's-
the way it humanizes people like that,
Yeah.
where you can look at them and be like, they did amazing things, and they were still terrible people. That
Yeah.
doesn't, denigrate the
Which, can I
amazing
ruin
things they did.
can I ruin Studio Ghibli for all of you?
Sure.
Sure.
Oh God.
Tangent. Sorry.
Let's go talk about these Japanese animes.
So that's
It's
the thing.
all
I'm going to
trash.
talk about the ones that people actually. This is like one of these things that I actually hate when people do. You may have heard some people who really like anime citing like, anime is valuable because Studio Ghibli.
Piss
You guys
off.
know jack and shit about Hayao Miyazaki. Hayao Miyazaki is one of the most vocal living critics in the anime industry.
Yep.
He's really more of an auteur filmmaker than anything else, and you kind of have to approach him from that perspective. He's also a horrifying cynic. He's
Is this?
He's also the
Miyazaki?
guy who's retired like 5
He's-
times
he's-
to
Yeah,
spend time with his
keeps
family,
coming
and then
Anime was
immediately
a
comes
mistake.
back to do another movie.
Yeah, he's the guy who
Anime
did
was a mistake.
Genesis Evangelion, and he said anime was a mistake.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he,
Oh, he
he's
said
on
that?
record as doing that. He's also on record as he's very anti-technology, very anti.
It's
Like-
why so many of his films have a really heavy environmental message. Is because he's
Yeah.
he's like a massive Luddite.
He is,
Yeah.
and
That
he's
explains a lot.
one of those people where the more you learn about him as a person, number one, his films are beautiful. Watch all of them except Ponyo. Ponyo's beautiful too, but
Ponyo's hilarious though,
yes, that's a problem.
especially if you do the English dub with Liam Neeson.
Oh God, that is
Wait,
good.
God.
Oh my god, it's hysterical.
Is in Ponyo.
I mean,
What the
I will not take this away from people. The English dub actually is hilarious.
Yes,
But
fuck?
watch if you want an introduction to Hayao Miyazaki, you can watch one of 3 films, and they're all good ideas. Castle in the Sky is really good. Princess Mononoke is the one you should watch. Spirited Away is a close second.
Yeah.
And then
Princess
those other
Mononoke
films
is very good.
are various levels of perfect.
Yep.
It's like more perfect, less perfect, just about perfect. We don't know what went on with Howl's Moving Castle because it's a little bit confusing, but it's still a great movie.
Oh yeah, it's
I've
fantastic.
I've seen Howl's
Also,
Moving
Baby
Castle.
Christian
I
Bale
can't turn it
dub.
a bit on.
The
Yeah.
book was better.
Honestly, I really love the book, but I really like the film interpretation too because it did some really different things.
Yeah, I just
I
like
Like it didn't just try to be a retread.
I think
read
the
the
film was
book.
best
Shit.
understood if you remember what Hayao Miyazaki did when he adapted Kiki's Delivery Service, which was he went like, okay, so there's a book that someone wrote. It's a Hayao Miyazaki film now.
Yep.
Same basic skeleton, but it's just a Hayao Miyazaki film.
Yeah.
This is 100% my thing.
It's a loose plot, but yeah, no, it's mine.
Oh man, Castle in the Sky. I watched that the year it came out, you know.
Oh, really?
That's because you're
I was
ancient.
6.
Yeah, you're old. You're an old man. Aren't you?
Didn't mean to
Then
set
I had
that
it on
up. But
video and watched it every year afterwards that I had it on video for about 10 years.
Aw.
I did that for Star Wars. I mean, I didn't see it when it came out, but I had Star Wars on VHS, and I watched that all the fucking time.
Ooh.
I
Yeah.
used to do that for The Last Unicorn.
Oh man.
yeah, I actually, I love Hayao Miyazaki's films. His interviews always make me want to smack him
I know, right?
because
I
his
basically stopped reading and listening to his interviews. I was like, no.
his
You're
general.
just tainting the appreciation I have for your films. I'm
Don't
just
worry,
done
It
with
doesn't
you.
even take the appreciation for his films so much as it does like you got to remember that Miyazaki is an independent filmmaker basically with the backing of a huge studio and artistic clout out the everything, which is a
Yep.
position very few people get to be in their lives.
Yeah.
And then he goes and he's like,
Concept.
so I think
Hello.
anime was a mistake
Hello.
because a lot of people are making mass market crap and cannibalizing themselves. And I'm just like, sir, this is the television industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please tell me how many pop shows are being made in America right now. No, don't. Too many. Because they sell.
I'd like to leave
Yeah.
at some point, so don't do that.
Okay, bye. Steve.
Oh, no, wait, this isn't gonna leave. I've still got like a couple minutes left.
Okay,
Yeah, you're
cool.
saying he doesn't want to list all of the cop shows in America.
Yeah.
Is what he was saying.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So
I
I'm currently reading through Miyazaki's controversies.
Yes.
He's not
On this
afraid
as
of
well.
opening his mouth. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Lord.
the first and only date I ever went on, I took my date to see The Wind Rises, and that turned out to be a good choice.
Excellent.
That was a very good choice. I still haven't seen The Wind Rises, and I've heard from my little sisters that it's fantastic, and
It was
I am
great.
anxious.
We
The
cried.
one that
we
was
held
very
hands.
good was about Princess Kaguya. That's not what it
Oh
called.
yeah. What's it called? The Moon Princess?
I think so.
And now I have another film I need to watch because I haven't seen that.
It's
Yeah,
very,
it's
but I think it was
beautiful.
after he left, or maybe it was his last. The Tale of the Bamboo Cutter. I don't know.
Perfect.
Oh. Who was that one directed by then? And who was the key animator?
I'll tell you in a second.
That has led me to the
$5
Wikipedia
on
article
Takahata.
for, it's led me to the Wikipedia
Yeah, the Tale of
article
Princess
for
Kaguya.
Princess from the Moon, which looks interesting. It looks like E.T., but Japanese. It's
It's very good. It's like based on this ancient Japanese folklore, but it's super nice.
Yeah, no,
it's really great.
I'm sure that one is. I've just found another one that shares a similar premise, and it's very
Yeah, it's a
Japanese.
really, really famous story in Japan.
Yeah.
So it's
Oh, yeah.
like a major fairy tale staple like Cinderella is for us.
Damn,
And
that's
it says the director was Isao Takahata.
Oh! I mean, that wasn't actually that hard to guess because there's basically two noteworthy directors.
I was gonna say there's like him and there's
After-
Miyazaki and there's Takahata. I mean, to be fair, Goro I think is like directing a TV series or something.
The dragon
Go-
drop in this
Yeah,
film.
he's doing
Goro
Roni and the
Miyazaki
Robber's
was
Daughter
like
from
This
HK.
monster.
Goro Miyazaki got kind of like a lot of
See you later.
backlash from Mercy. Yeah.
And now I must take my leave. Sorry for the dinging.
Bye,
Have a nice
Steve.
time, guys.
Bye, Skeeter. Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Thank you, Skeeter. Salutes to you for retail. All right, he's out.
Yeah.
Podcast.
I like him. He's
less
cool.
Bearded
Yeah,
now.
Skeeter's awesome.
Oh, hey, we have a bunch new questions in the thread.
Awesome.
Oh, really?
Okay, Fludder Priest asks, what would you say is the most difficult aspect of writing romances between canonical characters? Wouldn't writing romantic context between them be a bit out of character? Ooh, that's
What?
fighting words. Them's
Ah.
fighting words.
Well, I mean, I think the hardest thing is you want to obviously keep them in character and make it plausible. Because yes, okay, there are some characters that you know there's no way they would really date in real life ever. But
I am debating whether I agree with you right now.
well, I mean, well, you can always make it. The thing is, you can always make it work. Like you can always find a way to make it work. Like it's a story. You can do anything. You can mold the world
I'm
to
just
like.
saying that life finds a way.
Exactly. It finds a way.
You forgot to add about 5 or 6.
I'm sorry. I didn't know I needed to do a Jeff Goldblum impression tonight. I should have practiced.
Of course you do. When don't you spend a Sunday night impersonating Jeff Goldblum? I know I've not done that any time recently. Just always Jeff Goldblum, man. Anyway.
To be fair, usually I'm trying to practice my voice going like 6 octaves higher than that.
Yeah, fair. Oh dear.
Fair enough.
Yeah, right. Shout out to the Good Human in Equestria podcast people who've turned up in the thread and are asking a few questions.
Yeah, you guys. We will stream with you soon.
Dude, I'm totally down for streaming with the GHAE people. Who is the best princess and why is it Cadence? Yeah.
Well, because it's Cadence. Obviously.
Counterpoint.
Counterpoint.
Princess.
Oh,
They're all the best princess.
Cop out answer.
No, I'm serious.
Counterpoint.
Still a cop-out answer.
Counterpoint. Everyone who doesn't say Celestia is wrong.
Yes.
But I didn't say that Celestia was not the best princess. I said equivocally that she is the best, just like all the rest of them.
Cop out. How can
That's no cop out. That is a statement of objective worth of all princesses. You want to find
And it's still a cop-out.
Just waving Derpy.
I don't know what that's going to do.
Derpy is the best princess.
Yes!
Princess
That's
Derpy.
what I enabled you
Wait.
in
We've
BC.
forgotten the best of best princesses. Princess Big Mac.
Yeah! Big Mac is my favorite princess.
No.
100% Big Mac princess.
How can Spike not be complete garbage?
By recognizing that he is not strong enough. He's not strong enough to hold an episode by himself. Like you pair him with somebody, he's really good.
Oh,
He's good as a support character. Like Applejack struggles as well. They're both very understated characters. So the problem is if you make them the focus of an episode, you have a really hard time doing anything with them. If you make them a support, like I absolutely adore what the writers have been doing with Spike and Starlight Glimmer. I love their dynamic. That friendship is just, oh my god, it's so good. It makes me happy.
the problem
The dragon episode was very good, I thought.
Gauntlets of Fire.
Yeah.
The problem I always had with Spike was that he doesn't really seem to have any ambitions of his own.
Yeah.
Like he's defined by his relationship to Twilight Sparkle, and in like every episode, well, like pretty much all the episodes he's been in, where it's like, would you like to be something other than a bona fide dragon? And he's like, nah, I kind of like where I am right now.
To be fair, he's a kid. He's not really gonna have huge aspirations when he's
But
just.
that's why I compare him to Applejack, because she's very like, I've gotten to where I want to be in my life.
Yeah.
I'm not really looking to move anywhere else.
This is all in the context of episodes. Now, what if we were talking about fanfiction? How do you make Spike not a shit?
Don't make him 6 feet tall with ripped abs and everybody loves him.
Actually, I will counterpoint that. I think there is a way to do the male power fantasy Spike in a way that isn't terrible.
Yes, you make it Shigeki no Soma.
What?
I actually have argued for this.
And you
for
did a great
context
job
for
of it.
those of you who don't read my terrible blogs.
They are awesome blogs, and if you don't read them, you're really missing out on something good.
I was going to Google what Ferret said, the Shingeki thing, but I realized I have no idea how to spell any of that.
I will go ahead and link the blog since I will use this.
Yeah, that's the one where people eat food and it's really good and all their clothes fly out.
Why is Spike in food? What?
Okay, I'll give you context right now.
What is
But it's so much funnier without context.
Why
are you ruining this, Scarlett?
Why is
because it's an actual answer to the question. Because the question needs you need to answer the actual question. Yes, but it's not as helpful to the people who are asking. So my usual position is the thing that makes a male power fantasy character bad isn't that they're a male power fantasy. It's that they're bad. Which sounds like a tautology, but isn't. Because the thing about them is a lot of times they're written with this perspective of like, just, well, obviously, if the character is already ripped and already has all of the girls all over him, then obviously everyone's going to love him. Like, everyone's going to just want to read more about this character who just has girls all over him, and that's his defining kind of attribute. My perspective is, you should make me understand why everyone likes this character.
Yeah. You can't be like, this is my character, Moondust Sparkle Pearl, and she's wonderful, and everybody loves her, and she's best friends with everybody.
Well, the thing is, by doing that, you have to make them relate to the character, because if not, you have to like actually give the reader something to care about.
You have to show their growth. You have to show how they got to that position, rather than just being like, okay, now they're at the end of the journey and they're amazing.
The best spikes I've read are always from a perspective of like, we're going to show you this very polite, often kind of clever, and maybe a little bit irreverent older version of the character we know from the show, who is helpful and motivated and makes friends quickly and easily, and generally seems like a cool person to hang out with. And once you've got that down, suddenly it's so much less of a challenge to get the readers on his side when you want to have him do something cool.
Well, that's the thing, because he's in himself a very interesting character. I mean,
he is. I think he's actually got a lot of potential that the show, in a lot of ways, can't deliver on.
Yeah.
As well as a fanfic can, because the show is never going to be about Spike. It doesn't have the ability to be about Spike 100% of the time.
Yeah.
But if you give him his own little story, you can develop him in ways the show doesn't really ever have the time economy for.
Which is why I get frustrated when people say, "Oh yeah, Spike is garbage," because it's like, no, he's not really.
If you want to know how Spike can't be garbage, go read The Descendant.
Pretty much.
The Descendant's done some really good work with Spike. I think Children of a Lesser God Boy Dragon Whelp thingy, I hope I said that right. It's probably one of the best fics ever written on fanfiction, period. It's also the best Spike fic, hands down.
Oh yeah.
Because it gets everything that's good about him from the show and compresses it into a really neat little space where not only does Spike solve all the problems by the end, more or less, with help, but he also, unlike a lot of the episodes of the show people have criticized, his incompetence isn't the cause of the problem.
Yeah. Another really good one is It Takes a Village by Determined.
Yes.
That's a good one.
That's another one that I love.
That's one of the first Spike fics I ever read.
Yeah, same.
That's the one where he's kind of like finally outgrown.
Yeah, it's basically he gets so huge and like adjusting to that.
Back before that stupid greed growth episode. I know that the author actually worked that in.
Yep.
And wrote around it. But every time dragons are on screen and friendship is magic, there is a part of me that goes like, you know, comparatively, was this really worth It Takes a Village? No, it wasn't.
Lies and Liars is another good one.
That one
I haven't read that one.
It's kind of cool. It's another King of Beggars fic. It's basically a Spike Lyra ship fic.
Oh,
but it's really cool because it's literally just, it's kind of, they're both like, man, this really sucks. Yeah, you're right. My life really sucks too. And they're like, hey, do you want to get together? Because it might actually make things suck less. Okay, sure.
I mean, I've read worse romance stories. So.
I think I've probably written worse.
Apparently, I've just picked up 2 new watchers, and one of them is Skeeter. I feel very proud of myself right now. Aside.
No, but and then what happens? I see a lot of fics that like they just make him completely obsessed with his crush, and it's like, no, there's so much more to him than his crush.
If I had one thing that I would undo in the show, okay, there's like several things I would undo. But if there was one thing Spike related that I would undo, I would probably have written out his crush on Rarity as a story element.
Yeah.
Because I think it's led to probably not all of the weakest moments of the character, but some of the ones that I think work the least well.
Yeah.
It also weakens Rarity's character a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cute sometimes. Like, it's very cute in like an, oh, 5-year-old's got a crush on like the 20-year-old kind of way. And then,
and at the same time, it's really disturbing because it's Rarity totally exploiting it.
Rarity exploiting crushes is actually not super weird to me because one of her character things at this point is just she flirts aggressively, and she's not afraid to flirt to get her way, which is a character flaw, but it's one that very organically flows from who she is. So I actually kind of like it when that happens on screen. It's not something that disturbs me any more than Applejack, like, being a stubborn jerk who does way too much on her own.
The only reason I dislike it is because it feels like she's taking advantage of someone who doesn't know better.
In the case of
if she's
Spike,
flirting with a mature adult, that's one thing, but if she's flirting with a little kid...
The thing about Spike is that he occupies a very strange space where, like, they say he's a little
mature,
kid,
and
but
at the
he
same
doesn't...
time he's not.
Yeah, like
like the writers can never seem to decide if he is or not.
When the other ponies,
guys,
wait,
Mono, you can talk now.
Thanks. No, no, I'm embarrassed. No, but what I was gonna say is that that's actually a very interesting point in Raritwi Fix, because that's a huge conflict between the fandom. Because essentially, I've been told by Sparity fans that Raritwi is like the enemy of Sparity.
What?
I love
Here's the enemy of
Fans
Sparity.
get to, like, you're my enemy. Really?
No. The thing is, like, and the thing is, as a dynamic in itself, is very interesting to see how, you know, different authors handle that. Like, yes, he has a crush, so it's like, I think it's very fascinating. I remember that there was this one time, there was a fan made a comment on a Raritwi Fix saying, "Oh no, this is terrible because Spike saw her first."
What?
No, the person's argument was Spike saw her first, and she should, you know, they should wait until he's over his crush. So I thought, that's stupid. I'm gonna write a story about it. So it's this entire story where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take your premise and just, okay, I'll give you the Raritwi fic you want, which is they wait until he's over his crush, and it makes me very like, oh my god, stop.
That line of logic shows a very flawed understanding of the concept of attraction.
Yes.
Like, love doesn't work like that, kids. Sorry.
It's cute. You think it does.
But what's funny about
I feel like, no, go on.
No,
Don't stop.
Bittersweet Music by Duncan R. is another really good Spike fic because it's him and Blue Blood talking the entire time.
What fic is it? Sorry?
It's called Bittersweet Music by Duncan R. We showed it once.
That does ring a bell. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
Well, what I was gonna say about the Spike and Rarity thing is that the thing about people who say that Rarity takes advantage of a kid, when you see the other ponies reacting to his crush in the show, and even when they see Rarity, like, you know, twisting him around her hoof, it's not like, oh my gosh, Rarity is actually taking advantage of someone we consider a child. It's more like, wow, Spike, you twerp, you really need to grow up at some point. You know, it's like they actually see that he should be mature enough to, you know, go beyond this by now.
Yeah.
And they don't actually treat him like a kid, at least in that area. I don't know if it's actually, you know, part of their writing or if it's more because it's part of the joke, but, you know.
I think it has to do with the writing, because I really think the writers aren't consistently applying whether or not Spike is a child. There's really...
Yeah.
The funny thing is, like, child-wise, too, he's not that far apart in age from Twilight.
Yeah.
Because she couldn't have been more than 6 or 7 when he was born.
In theory, yeah. But then again, like, the difference between a 20-year-old and a 13-year-old is pretty huge.
Yeah, you know? It is. But, like, at the same time, if he's a 13-year-old kid, one of the first things that strikes you there is, like, by 13, you're having stupid crushes, but people around you really are expecting you to kind of, like, okay...
Get over it.
Yeah, which brings it back to what Red was saying. We're going to sit down and have the talk,
and then we're going to talk about how this is awkward.
Yeah. like Red was saying that the rest of the ponies in the show kind of treat him as, come on, you should be a bit more mature than that. But yeah. We've talked about Spike being garbage for long enough. Let's go for some other questions.
Eat a dick.
Yeah, from Manafi. While Raritoire is an excellent ship, Mono, are there any other pairings you find interesting? You've already covered Rarilestia and Raridash.
Raridash, yeah.
Raridash, yeah.
Fluttercord too, I really like.
Fluttercord. Yeah, that's fair.
Explicit tastes.
Let me see. Fluttercord, then what else do I really ship?
You shipped Pinky and Rarity.
Oh, Pinky and Luna. Oh my god, because they have like a huge dynamic in Enchanted Library.
Yeah.
It sold me on it, so that's another thing I like.
I sold myself on this, yeah.
I have never heard Pinky Luna before. I need to read Enchanted Library, and I need more of the ship in my life.
The ship name for it is great. It's called Moon Pie.
Oh my god.
I think it's hilarious.
But I think basically you can just say that my ship is Rarity with everyone, basically.
Arch is clearly endorsing.
Rarity X everyone is 100% canon.
Your next fic needs to be Rarity twists everyone in Equestria around her little finger.
I'll do it. I'll totally do it.
I'm down with this.
Around your little hoof, maybe.
Okay, I want front row seats and popcorn. I really want to read this.
There's a really hilarious fic. I think it's called the Applejack Appreciation Society, and it's basically everybody in Ponyville has a massive crush on AJ, and she doesn't know about it.
Oh my gosh, I think I remember this one vaguely.
So funny. It's absolutely beautifully written. It is screamingly funny because it's literally AJ being like, "Hey guys, what's up?" And they're like, "Nothing, Applejack." Oh, what's wrong? You're actually funny.
Another very good Applejack fic is oh my god, it was one where Carrot Top has a crush on her.
Oh my god, yes.
I think I remember this one.
Bitter Harvest. It's
yes, because it has that
is
great cover art.
It's super good. Like the entire time she's like, "Oh, stupid Applejack, who's attractive because she's stupid."
She's like stupid, sexy Applejack with her stupid legs and her stupid, firm, taut flanks. And god damn it, that Applejack has no idea, and it's just like, "Hey, Carrot Top, we're best friends, right?" Carrot's like, we totally are. You wretched skank.
Oh, dearie me. Right. Next question. For those still watching the show, do you have any hopes for season 7? Yeah, sure.
I hope season 7 is not one that disappoints me as bad as the season 6 finale did. Sorry.
Who'd win?
You're not a fan of the magical ponies that changelings have become?
Yeah.
Actually, that's not the bit I don't like about it.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm going to defer this question to the hour-long rant I'm going to make about season 6. So.
Okay,
so quick mute Red.
Yeah. Shall we move swiftly on from this question?
I'll make a separate video for it.
Who'd win in a hoof wrestling competition? Zephyr Breeze, Trouble Shoes, Clyde, Shining Armor, or Spitfire? I'm assuming Mana means Clyde, Pinky's dad.
No, Trouble Shoes, Clyde.
No, Clyde were two separate people.
Yeah. That's why I said I'm assuming Mana means Clyde is in Pinky's dad.
Oh no!
Every time somebody asks me which character would win, I have this joke that I want to bring out that makes no sense outside the very, very niche fandom it's part of.
Say it anyway.
Can Shiki kill the Death Star?
All right, now explain it.
Okay, so I used to / still am sort of big into Type Moon fandom. Type Moon being the visual novel circle that did Tsukihime, Fate Stay Night, which, by the way, is not a great visual novel. Do not read it. Tsukihime is a little bit better. It is readable. And one of the main characters of those novels has a very kind of interesting superpower where he can physically see points and lines along something's body that indicate when it's going to fall apart or die. And if he traces them with a sharp object, the object will actually start to fall apart along those lines. And so there's a lot of fandom sort of like bickering about what he can and cannot kill. and I always thought it was really stupid and ridiculous.
Yeah, I can see that.
So anytime I hear a question that reminds me a little bit of like okay, you could come up with an answer to that, but it's pointless because the answer is however you write it, it works if you made it work.
Yeah.
I always go like, can Shiki kill the Death Star?
Fair enough. Right. Here's a question
Nice.
specifically for Mono. First of all, who are your 2 favorite ponies?
Least favorite.
Oh, least favorite. Sorry, least favorite. My mistake.
Huh.
This is a hard one.
Is that a trick question?
No, not yet. Anyway.
Oh my god. I don't know.
Plot twist, Rarity and Twilight.
Yeah, I hate them. I hate.
Top.
Okay, no, I don't know. But
It turns
I
out
don't-
all of your stories are actually fix.
Exactly.
Well, that makes the next part easy because the next part of the question is now ship them. Hey!
I'll just
You
keep on doing
accomplished
what
it.
I do.
Oh wow!
Yay! All right, there's a question in the YouTube chat from
Oh
M1.
god!
Cool.
Does Mono dig Rary OC ships? Her own OCs, that is.
No.
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 Or
No,
OCs. Multiple.
I'm not. No, I don't. No.
No. Okay.
Wow.
I mean, the thing, like, because like in Enchanted Library, like there is somebody who's an OC who gets shipped with her, but no, like
Oh.
no. I guess no, I don't.
Huh?
Wow!
You're just a
Get
hypocrite.
shot down, M1.
No, I mean, like no. I mean, no. What I mean is like, if you can sell me the idea, I'll ship it. Like, if you can
But-
sell the character and the relationship, I'll do it. But if,
Get a PowerPoint
But-
together.
As just
I
a
feel like
flat
this is like
Rarity
the basic
XOC,
thing
you're not
behind- yeah.
interested.
M1
I
will
feel like
never
that's the
be.
basic recipe for any ship, though. Is like
Yeah.
I hear people go to me like, "Do you like X ship?" Yes. In what?
exactly.
What do you mean
If
in
you
what?
can sell it, if you can sell the dynamic, I'll ship it probably.
Yeah,
Probably.
and that's basically how it is for me. Is like I don't define myself as a shipper because I'm like, the main 6 are friends. The main 6 are all fucking each other. They're all dating. I don't really care. Like if you write the story well enough, I'll enjoy it. But I'm not like Mono's Rare Twi shipper. But I'm not. But I can totally acknowledge, Mono, you've completely sold me on Rare Twi. Like when I started your stuff, I was like, I don't know if I can really see this. And then I was like, no, I can totally see it.
No. Yeah.
Note to self: all of main 6 fucking each other needs to be Chuck's next fic.
Yes. I will
You mean he
totally
hasn't written that
help with
already?
that.
I'm surprised.
I actually, yeah, that is weird that he hasn't written that yet. Why hasn't he?
It's because he's not complete trash.
I mean,
Fired? I'm feeling some hostility here. We need to work this out between us, you and me, Arch.
I'm sure we'll find a way.
All right,
This is
there. I
the
just
next
messaged Chuck.
oh dear, this is the next stream. It's going to be Chuck like live writing.
Yes.
The main 6 fuck each other.
We need to get him drunk first because live drunk writing is so much funnier as Horizon and Bax have shown
This is
us.
a bad plan, and no, we should not get him drunk first, because unlike all of you, as far as I know, I've actually seen him drunk. There will be no
Drunk?
writing done, and he will be flirting with me the entire time.
So we'll
already going to
just
have
sit
a
back
hard
and laugh
time.
about it. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm okay
that
with
sounds
it.
entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll all be Mono in the bushes going, now keys.
Oh my god.
This is
Oh wait, I'll link you to that. Wait, okay.
Yes, link that picture because that sounds really funny.
Oh dearie me.
Well, so to say, that's going to kind of happen whether you guys want it to or not, probably.
Hence the
I think
attitude
you
of we don't care.
underestimate how much of a terrible flirt he is. He's kind of perfect, and I love him.
Oh Jesus Christ. Bloody hell. So yeah, 5 minutes towards the end of the stream, in theory, we should probably talk to our guests and let them actually speak for once.
I'm sorry.
Kind
We're all
of be
guilty of
doing
it.
that.
Well, a bit. I'm sure she's had at least 5 minutes of airtime.
I'm usually very quiet, so.
Oh dear me. And you're the only
Well,
one in here
that's
because we're all
really-
fucking loudmouths.
Yeah, I was
Don't
gonna
expect us
say.
to shut up. Oh Christ. But yeah, Ferret, go on. We didn't really let you ask the questions you wanted to ask at the start. We just kind of marched
Fired
onwards.
ahead.
Yeah.
I know, it was devastating. I've been sitting here patiently marshalling all my questions. I'm curious to know more about like the various OCs that populate the Enchanted Library, because you have some really beautifully defined characters. Like there's Fritter Cobbler, there's all the townsfolk of
Hollow
Shades.
Hollow Shades. Thank you. I was shouting something. I'm like, that's not
a lot of them. Like I have a professor who is like sort of like the conspiracy theorist, and
yeah,
he was gonna be like
awesome.
Initially, he was really gonna be like a crazy conspiracy theorist.
Aww.
And then I was like, no, I'm gonna make him serious. And the thing is, like, a lot of these characters, I just bring them in for a purpose, and then I end up like really liking them, and I just keep bringing them back.
Yeah, I've ended up doing that.
I empathize.
Yeah.
Because like you're like, yeah, I'm just gonna use you for like this thing, but I actually like you now.
But
well, I'll fit you. I'll fit you in somehow. I'll find a way to fit you in.
Wedge you in somewhere.
Maybe fit them in a couple of other fics as well.
I have. I got my start doing any sort of writing from doing role playing, and one of the first times I did actual role playing with dice, I made a character for a test session that was totally not going to be my character because I had another one completely written out, and I ended up liking the test character so much better. She was who I ended up playing through that entire campaign.
Oh dear.
It was like, so that's about a night's worth of work. It's going in the bin now.
Jesus Christ.
It's practice.
It is.
We'll call it practice.
Sure.
Also, I found the cover, the thumbnail for this stream. I'm going to edit it after this.
Oh
dear.
Finished.
Do we get to know what it is?
Oh my god. There's in the Raritoi Skype group, everyone bullies me, but I still love them.
Oh, dearie me.
Sweet of you.
Don't worry, Mono, we'll protect you.
I was about to say, I can hurt them.
Louis, can you really trust us with that at this point?
I remember this one time when I was listening to a stream, and then Professor Plum was like, I said, oh, it's just I'm a bit intimidated of going there, and then he just says, oh, I'll intimidate you. Well, not too much, just enough. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh no, what do I do now?
Oh dear.
Help, he's terrifying.
Aw, he seems
What was
such
it
a
I
nice
told you
guy.
earlier? I was like, yeah, I know, he's just so suave, it's hard to tell when he's mad at you.
Oh, you'll know.
Oh, Christ.
I was about to say,
that's interesting.
You'll know.
you know Plum is mad at you when he just reaches through the screen and pushes you over.
Yeah. No, his voice will go up a bit, and you won't understand a word he's saying.
I'll start. Oh, Jesus Christ.
He'll start yelling about how he's stuck on the roof.
Stuck on the roof. I was going to say that was. I thought that was the video you're referencing. Can I get down on guttering? Anyway, yeah. You'll know when I'm actually angry because nobody will be able to fucking understand me because I'll go Scottish. So.
But that's just adorable.
I want to hug you now.
Well,
Come to BronyCon and hug him. It will be great.
Yes, yes.
Except you have to realize he is basically a giant.
You're
You'll be
probably
That's
Belly
okay.
button.
Belly
That
button.
actually enhances my desire to hug him. I'm the giant. I'm the Scottish giant. I want to hug all of you people.
Oh.
Come to
BronyCon is
BC.
going to be a thing. Hey.
On that note, anyone who wants to spend Scarlet money to go to BronyCon.
I will totally start up a Patreon. I will totally pitch money to send you to BC so I can hug you in person.
I will think about it. I will think about it when it
Patreon
comes to anything on a regular enough basis.
No, I'm still torn between because a lot of people want me to go to BabsCon, so I'm like, BabsCon or BronyCon.
BronyCon, no
BronyCon.
question. I'm
There's
going
no
to BronyCon.
there's
That
no
automatically
competition.
makes it better. Plus, Earthsong will be at BronyCon.
I know. I'm thinking, oh my god, I'll just go to her booth and just scream at her. Well,
Yeah.
adorably,
All your money at her.
I'll adorably scream at her and be like, "You ruined my life. Thank you."
Yeah, I should probably scream back.
You are the worst thing that ever happened to me, and I can't thank you enough.
Oh my god.
That needs to be the title of something.
Yes.
You ruined my life, thank you.
You ruined my life, and I can't thank you enough.
That's either the title of like a very kind of odd postmodern novel
I could see it.
or an upcoming Oscar bait film.
I think it's Aragon's
And I
next story,
wonder-
considering one of his
kind
last
of.
ones was no, we all hate him. What the fuck? No, stop.
This is
So,
true.
I don't think this invalidates the weird postmodern novel thing.
just means it's
Maybe not.
Aragon, so we'll ask him about it. And he won't shut up for 3 hours.
Yes, but at least he'll
You
be
won't-
laughing the entire time.
You won't
Yeah.
learn anything
Oh,
about the
God.
story, though.
No.
Yeah, so speaking of the Good Human in Equestria podcast, Mr. Numbers was on it last time, the time after me, and the Good Human in Equestria people were like, "Hey, seeing as you're such good friends with Aragon, should we invite Aragon on here as well?" And myself, Numbers, and Aragon all at the same time went, "No, no." Numbers will not get a word in edgeways. Stop it right there. It was fucking great.
Oh, Christ.
Dear.
All right, now the YouTube chat's talking about guns.
That sounds like
Jesus
a
Christ.
joke.
Why are they talking about guns?
Because-
And more importantly, why
Well,
was
because-
I not invited?
Because one of the people talking there is a gun.
What?
Oh, M1
Oh,
Barbarian,
M1?
of course. Yeah.
Ben Gunn, what are you doing off of Treasure Island? Go back right now.
Get going, mister.
We need you to Robert Louis Stew and set up our childhood some more.
Also, Violet Rose in the Dark says, "Notice me, mono."
Okay, I know that.
Yeah, I'm
Mono,
checking
have
the
you
chat.
noticed
I'm
her?
checking the comments now.
Oh, hi, Violet. I noticed you.
Check 'em.
Except
I
I
like
noticed
Violet.
you.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I completely forgot there was actually an actual YouTube chat.
Yeah, I've been sitting watching it for like the last
Yeah.
well, the entire
Is
stream.
that why you've been
basically.
so quiet?
Floater Priest has been here the entire time. Jesus fuck.
Also, there was something further up. Let's see if I can find it. The
Yeah.
Gnome Garden
The Gnome Garden.
says, "The Enchanted
I've-
Library stories of yours, Mono, has gotten me through a lot of shit. So I just want to thank you. You're a fantastic writer, and I hope you never stop writing."
Oh,
Aw,
I
Thank
would
you.
totally second that. I know you've gone
Yes.
through a lot
Or
of
is it-
shit lately, Mono,
What's
with the
that?
whole, drowning in sewage thing.
Oh my
Yeah.
I'm
god.
glad that you're better, and I'm really, really glad that you're still writing.
Wait.
Yeah.
That's
do I need to-
definitely a
What?
thing.
Yeah,
That-
What?
my house flooded, and I
She went to
drowned.
rescue her cats,
Oh.
And I
Yeah.
drowned.
and
Yeah,
she
it was-
drowned in sewage.
Yeah,
And
she
so-
literally drowned.
And didn't it turn out that the cats were actually upstairs the whole time?
No, well, one of them was in the sink, and then the big one appeared like the day after, like covered in mud, but fine.
Aw.
Yeah, that's cats.
And then everyone, everyone, even now, people keep telling me, "Okay, you're stupid. Why did you go get your cats?" And I said, "I don't care if I had died. I would have died doing what I love, which is, well, that sounded weird. I would have died with my cats.
I don't want to know what you do with your cats.
Yeah, I would have died doing what I loved, drowning in sewage.
No,
I mean,
but
everybody's got a fetish.
no,
Um,
no.
I've read this
no.
story.
No, no.
You-
No,
I thought the weird sex stuff was all for 2
Vodka.
weeks from now when my boyfriend was on.
No.
We'll
Shush,
protect you, Mono. Yeah.
shush. Oh my god, no, shush, you guys, shush. I just basically everyone is saying, like everyone said, why would you die for your pets? And I was like, I'll save my pets. The
Yeah.
end.
Yeah,
No,
no,
that's
I
actually
Yeah.
would totally do the
Yeah.
same thing. Like, my dog right now she's like an 11-year-old Irish setter, so she's in pretty rough shape. And like, I was sitting on the floor earlier, hand feeding her pieces of chicken, like
Aw.
just ripping them into small pieces and then like feeding them to her because she hadn't eaten for 2 days, so we were really worried. You know, it was like, oh my god, please don't die before Christmas. I understand that you're on your way out, but please just last a few more days. But we think it was just she had a
No.
stomach bug or something, and that's why she didn't eat. Because she's eating
Okay.
now, but like, I'm literally sitting on the
Phew.
floor just like hand feeding her chicken, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'll do it again. I love my
I can
dog.
understand this impulse too.
Yeah.
Like, they're basically
Yeah.
part of your family.
No, they absolutely are. A dog is just a part of the family that kind of can't speak English, but can kind
Yeah,
of understand you a
exactly.
bit. He kind of gets the intention of what you're going for.
And I mean,
So
at
it's like your old
times, like,
granddad.
it really does seem like they can actually speak English to you. You know, like, the way they look at you, the way they act is just like,
Mhm.
I swear to God, I know what you're saying right now.
Mhm.
Dogs can speak English. They just choose not to.
No, cats can absolutely understand what you're saying. They just ignore you.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I just don't care.
Oh, dear.
Clearly, birds
Except
have a
for Maine
superior
Coons.
species.
Clearly.
Clearly birds.
Yes.
That's my descendant raven. Here it is. We miss you, descendant. Come back to us, fucker.
I don't have a raven, but I can hold this kiwi up and
Dude,
please pray for you.
Oh, kiwi!
does everyone knows the
When I
story
was
of
in New
descendant
Zealand, I got
ravens,
to
right?
see real kiwis.
Oh, dude, I'm fucking jealous. Kiwis are
It was
great.
so cool. They're so cute. It was hilarious. There was this one pair, and like they were kind of older, so they couldn't see very well. So they'd walk around, and like when they couldn't find the other, they'd start chirping, and then they'd poke in the bud. So it's like they literally use their giant beaks, like they use them like blind canes. So like they're literally tapping them in the ground and like cheeping until they get close to the other one, and then like poke. It
Wow.
was so funny. It was great.
It sounds
It was
adorable,
so
and I want a
sad.
kiwi now, and I didn't know that was a thing I would want. I hate you.
I'm
Kiwis
sorry.
are
Why do you
Kiwis
keep
are not
giving me
disgusting.
dreams I can never attain?
You totally can. Just move to New Zealand.
Yeah. Realistic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Honestly,
dear.
New Zealand is so freaking gorgeous. That's not so bad.
No, absolutely.
I
New
can't
Zealand would be
wait
a
to
fucking
go-
great place to win.
Oh yeah, it's stunning.
Dearie me. But yeah, does everyone know that, like, I keep on forgetting that Descendant's really like an old man of the fandom kind of thing, and a lot of people only really ever knew him as the guy who said, "Hi, welcome to Finfic. Ask me if
Yeah.
you've got any questions." It's like,
Which
Yeah.
is like the sweetest thing. Oh my
First of all,
gosh.
He's just an absolute
Dude.
teddy bear.
you know,
He seems like
you don't
it.
understand how much of a teddy bear he is, because he's 7 foot tall with a big bushy beard, and he's built like a fucking bear. He is
Oh my
a bear
God.
in a suit. Also, I
Oh
noticed
my
you've changed
God.
your avatar, Arch. Very appropriate.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Actually,
kind
you
of
know, oddly enough, he probably doesn't live that far away from me, because isn't he based out of Virginia?
all America's the same to me, so I have no fucking clue.
Oh my.
Okay,
I
Virginia,
think he
tiny
might be.
tiny state, eastern seaboard, where a lot of the presidents are, where like half of the Civil War feels like it took place. I'm pretty sure that about a third of my state is actually Civil War ghost.
Nice. That does sound like
you
something
think I'm
somewhere he lived,
but-
because he was very into Civil War reenactment and
Yeah,
stuff
he
like
did a
that.
lot of
So-
reenactment stuff, so I could totally
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
That's
being
just to
in
say,
Virginia.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, he at least comes out here, or when he can. So
Yeah.
I don't know how far he is away from me. If I ever find out,
Yeah, like people have been able to
yeah,
get in
I was
contact
gonna
with
say.
him by email. Like, just check in on him, making sure he's okay, because he's such a
Yeah.
fucking he's a fucking amazing human being, is what the
He's such a
Descendant is.
wonderful person, and he goes through
Like-
so much crap sometimes. It's so
Yeah.
unfair.
This little raven thing, this little thing made out of cloth and cotton and twigs with a little thing on the back so you can hang it up on your door, right?
oh,
The first year I went to BronyCon, the Descendant found out every single person who was following him, who was going to go to
Oh my
BronyCon,
God.
and made every single one of them a little raven like this, with their own names.
Oh,
Wow.
that's
that
great.
is insane. How
Yeah,
is
that's
one
the kind
human
of person
being this
he is.
nice? There has to be like a catch here.
There
I'm
genuinely
trying to
isn't.
figure
He's
out like
just
how
that
he
wonderful.
counterbalances this.
He's like
Is that
amazing. The catch is life treats him like shit half the time.
Yeah.
Like I remember at
it's that
BronyCon.
kind of catch?
Yeah, I remember at BronyCon, he wanted to arrange a meetup of a bunch of different Christians to all meet up at this church and stuff. But turns out they were all different sects of Christianity and didn't want to meet up at that church, so he was just stood there alone for an hour. I was
Oh,
like,
shit.
"Oh."
Oh, come on!
Yeah.
Look, I was raised Orthodox Presbyterian, and I still showed up to the gosh darn good youth groups.
Yeah.
You kids
so-
these days, with your sectarianism and your Reformed Calvinism and your 5
Tell
points
us
and
more,
your
Grandpa.
Guardian and
Is that
Grandma
seriously why they
Skylar, tell
didn't
us back
attend?
in your day.
People
probably-
who were the same denomination as him didn't know about it or whatever, and people who were different denominations didn't care for it. So
which is weird because, like,
Yeah.
how? I'm just
I
trying to
would've
figure out
turned
how
up.
that would work.
I think he's a slightly unusual denomination or something like
Well,
that.
I
but-
know. I guarantee you, if he's that nice, he's either a Quaker or a Methodist.
Yeah,
Because
something
they are
like
the
that.
nicest people I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
And I do know that a couple of the other Protestant denominations don't get on well with them, but generally in my church, they were always looked at as kind of like, well, they've got some weird ideas about pacifism, but they seem mostly harmless.
But Mormons can actually be really nice folks too.
Mormons are the sweetest people in the universe.
I was gonna say, and they're so patient too. And it's just
That's
like,
because
oh,
they don't
sweetheart, like I will talk to you and I will listen about your religion, even though I have zero interest because you're just so darling.
Okay, actual truth. I think 90% of evangelicals are jealous of how Mormons are kind of like more pious than them without being holier than them. Because they're so much better at it.
And I remember like, just to get back on the subject of the Descendant, I remember that first year I went to BronyCon, being in Quills and Sofas, which, by the way, is the single best place in the entire US of A to talk about horse words.
Oh my God, yes.
It's fucking great.
Doesn't have any surface.
I remember he just, it doesn't have any surface or quills, surprisingly enough. And he just sat down and he just started talking to 1 or 2 people about the relationship between Twilight and Spike, because he's the fucking Descendant. What the fuck else is he going to talk about? And like 10 minutes later, 10 minutes later, he was just, the table was full. People were sat in a ring around the table, and everyone was just hanging on his every word as he was talking about Spike's relationship dynamics. And it's just like, this man is basically a fucking angel in a beard. It's amazing.
There's a decent chance that he actually is, and the world is not.
Too pure for this world. Jesus Christ.
Stream subtitled.
By the way,
The Descendant. The monochromatic
never
featuring
went
the
to
Descendant in spirit.
Shit.
Oh, shots fired.
Damn, savage, right?
More often. This is like my spiritual home. There's more discs here than a rap battle.
Half of it's just going, oh, that's adorable, and the other half's just chatting shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Salt.
Basically. And salt. Yeah. Jesus Christ. So yeah, long story short, Monochromatic is a fantastic author. Descendant is a fantastic human being, and nobody who's cool goes to BabsCon. You should all go to BronyCon.
Okay, I'll try to make it happen.
Fantastic.
If you want to send money to Monochromatic to get her to BronyCon easier, here is the...
when this goes up on YouTube, we'll put a link in the description for your Patreon. There we go.
Oh, no. Perfect.
Here we go. And time to end the stream and edit that as the end caption. Right.